I started selling cars, and I started doing things completely different than other people. A lot of people, you'll find that they're playing not to lose. They go to an office, and it's like they wait for the opportunities to fall on their lap, and that wasn't my case. For me, every little space that there was no action, I will go out, I will make videos. So every time an inquiry will come in, usually like if you're a dealership, if you're selling luxury vehicles, you'll post your inventory on Car Gurus, on Auto Trader, on Kijiji back in the day, now Facebook Marketplace, your website. And people will send an email like, hey, what's the mileage? And you'll reply, mileage is this. This is the Carfax. This is the price. For me, every lead I got, I will go outside, I'll make a video, be like, hey, John, I got your email. This is the car. I'm going to do a quick walk around. I'm going to show you. And by the way, my English in 10 years ago wasn't as good as it is today. I know it's hard to believe, but it was very broken. My accent was a lot more pronounced. And so I'll make a video with every lead, right?
And you would post
Then
those to your Instagram, or would you send it just directly to them?
I would post them on YouTube as an unlisted video. So I was able to get the link and send it directly, which also in my YouTube video, the public videos will have little walkarounds of videos. So it gave me social proof. And I didn't understand these marketing tactics. I was just kind of doing them organically. But with every lead that came in, even people that just wanted to see like the mileage of a vehicle, I will give you the whole like walk around, and I'll be like, yeah, there's a little dent here, but we could probably fix that for you. These are the tires. We do a safety, we do a 300-point inspection, our reconditioning process. And by the way, I see you have a trade-in. I would love to have you come in here. Test drives are free today. I would just come up with big jokes and whatever. So that started like getting me sales. The first month, I did okay. I did just like your average salesperson, which is not bad considering it's my very first month in the industry. And then something dawned on me. I was like, huh, these other salespeople, they only call in the leads that that are coming in right away, but they just try one or twice and they just give up on those leads. I'm wondering how many of those have come over the years. So I speak to the owner, and I tell him, do you have access to every email that we've ever gotten since we opened, like every Kijiji inventory, whatever? So he's like, sure. What do you want to do? I'm like, I want to try some things. Gives me a spreadsheet. It had about 30 or 40,000 leads,
Wow.
historical leads. And on the spreadsheet, you could see was name, email, phone number, year, make, and model of the vehicle or whatever. And so this is the part where people don't usually do. They don't usually put their own money. God forbid you spend $15 on something that's going to help you in your job, right? Like people will complain all day about a mouse at their office. They don't even spend $20 to get a mouse that's like comfortable for them, or they don't even buy their own batteries. That's the kind of stuff like I encourage people to do. He gives me a spreadsheet with 40,000 leads. I'm not familiar with Excel, but again, I'm a hungry person. So I go to YouTube and I start learning Excel. I start learning formulas. I start learning how to do lookups and all that. I learn about CRMs. And so what I do is I upload all this whole list to a CRM. The CRM was $150 a month US.
Can you explain what a CRM is?
A CRM is a customer relationship management system, which is it's like a spreadsheet on steroids. Because with the CRM, you have the same data that you would have in a spreadsheet, but you're able to filter it, make lists from it. You're able to use communication tools to then contact those lists. So think about a spreadsheet, and you see a profile, like a first name, last name, and you're able to click and send an email. And you could do bulk actions like bulk emails, bulk text messages, power dialing. So I was like, huh, okay. So I'm like, if I put a filter now that I enter this database here and I type Mercedes, the first thing I did is like I put 2018 Mercedes and it gave me like 2000, but then I removed 2018 and I just leave Mercedes 6,000. So I was like, oh my God, 6,000 people. I'm like, but I only have one Mercedes I need to sell. Let me blast every person that's ever looked for a Mercedes. This one that we just got that we're trying to sell right now. And I did it one time, the vehicle sold. So
Wow.
I started thinking, then my gears start spinning. And then I started doing bulk text messages. And then I started paying for a power dialer. It's called Phone Burner. So the biggest thing that changed my life was how much I was able to multiply my output, my outreach, and my follow-up by just leveraging technologies. And because my boss was just very like, he just didn't believe in any of that, he was never exposed, I paid for that myself. And that was the biggest lesson, is sometimes you gotta like have skin in the game, pay for things yourself, show people that it works, and then you can charge double or triple.
If you're enjoying this podcast, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. It's the free, easy way to support the channel, and it lets the algorithm know that I'm not just talking to my mom. Thanks for being a part of this journey. Now, let's get back into the zone.
And so what I did, I paid for the software. I think the first month I spent about $300 in all these little extra expenses. But I became the top salesperson within 3 months of being there. I was doing 25, 30 cars a month.
Because you were the only one using the CRM.
Because I'll tell you why. When I was there, the top salesperson that was there before me, by 12 o'clock, you ask him, how many people have you contacted? He'll say like 30, right? How? Because he would have pieces of paper, a box phone, and he will dial every number, call, leave a voicemail. So he would spend 3 minutes per reach out and type out an email. With me, it's like I would write one template, send it to like 5,000 people, write a text, send it to 1,000 people, and hit the phone dialer and do 100 calls an hour. And so by 12 o'clock, I've already contacted 10, 15,000 people as opposed to 30. It's a huge, like it's a massive output on my side.
So you're
Yeah.
really leveraging the technology and the resources that are at your disposal already, but also hungry enough to pay for a system to give you an advantage.
And also too, I mean, spending, so in the dealership, you're working from like 9 to 8, it's 11 hours a day. Who's going to spend a Sunday watching a 4-hour webinar on how to use the CRM, how to get them to talk to each other, how to create APIs, which is a way for different softwares to talk to each other so they synchronize, how to do all these things. I started mystery shopping every other dealership because I have the language barrier. So I couldn't really do copywriting for my emails. So I started stealing the best emails that I was getting when I was shopping competitors like Approval Genie or the regular Mercedes dealership, right? All of these things I was able to have a bunch of like email templates and all of that. Just me like thinking and just being hungry. Because once I got my first commission check, I was like, this is it. I got to run with this. And so, yeah, 3 months later, I became the top salesperson there. I was averaging 25. My best month there was like 30 cars in a month, which if you're doing retail is pretty decent. Back then, it was it was good numbers. And so, yeah, I mean, that's sort of like the beginning. And then the story gets much better, but